Hello everyone, let's see, current viewers 11, let's wait a bit and maybe, no actually 34, which one is right? No one knows. Let me put on some music perhaps. Genres. Or let's do mood. No, let's do genre. I need something instrumental. Instrumental. Deep house, soft house. Not the kind of music I normally listen to. It's probably gonna be loud at the beginning. So I'm talking, tell me if the audio level is fine. You can hear me over the music. Sounds too loud. Probably too loud. I'm like a DJ. Where is the slider? Maybe even this is too loud, I don't know. I mean, I can see the audio levels, and based on that, it looks fine. Just let me know if it's too loud or anything. You don't hear anything now. I think probably fine now. Yeah. Yes. No. Okay. Okay. So I know I always say this, or at least I studied the last 2 times I was streaming, but now I really try to commit to it, and just try to be more engaged, trying to keep up with the messages here and make the trading and messages on Steam a secondary thing, so I can always react to the messages in real time. So yeah, I'm gonna be reading the chat, and if I'm out of messages, then I will be checking the offers. Perhaps I should close the window then. Hello Gary, what would you currently value a Karambit Rust Code Battles card at? I do have one, and I value mine 235, 232 maybe, that's what I value it. Hi Gary, I have a 227 euro inventory trade for Butterfly Urban Must. I don't like to answer to prices like this, because you might have a very different way of pricing items like I do, so if you give me your inventory link, then I can answer that. You think I should start buying skins on Skin Baron? Well, I don't know what your goal is. If you want to save money, then you have probably better options than Skin Baron, although Skin Baron is a partner, so if you do use the site, then use the links in the description. Hey, how much discount do you do for PayPal purchases? Well, I sell it around 75% nowadays, and I used to sell for 70, but now because of taxation, now it's a bit more complicated, and you know, I have a set amount that I can get an income to up to that point, and from then I will have to you know, well, I already have a company, but I have to create invoices through the company, and now that limit is closing that I can do as an individual, and therefore my rates are higher now. Actually, this is a good offer. I have an Ursus Vanilla Diego Commit field tested and M4 Golden Coil. I added you for a trade. I think I replied that I will accept you, and I think your friend request is, I think this is you. Or code, what's the name? Code, yeah, you're still here, I will accept you. Any ideas how long we will stream today? I think 2-3 hours, but we'll see how it goes. So first trade, I've been already posting too much or too frequently, so not gonna do any comments, I guess. Hey, gotta do sell skins for crypto? Yeah, that can be arranged. Delete text, please. Hey Gary, I would like to understand what pricing are you following when trading, but you will be able to see a bunch of that during this, because, you know, I spend most of the time trading by checking prices. I'm gonna ban this guy for a week because he's spamming. Yeah, I think the comments are, it's still new comments. I can buy skins from you. Well, depends, really. Mainly how much your inventory is worth, you know, how reputable your profile looks. I don't do too much. I have a limit of around 200 euros that I'm willing to do PayPal at, because PayPal is risky. It can be pretty easily charged back, so I avoid it when possible. Hey Gary, I'm one who emailed you about Price Empire and you will realize it. Yeah, I've finished that feature, so it's talking about the new pricing providers that I added through Price Empire, and it's basically from here down. So CSGO Empire, Swap GG, CSGO EXO, and Buff. These will be the new providers, and release, I think it's gonna be in about a week. This feature is ready, but I wanna add more stuff before I create another release. So I would say in about a week, but we'll see. What do you think that Butterfly Knife will keep rising in price? Well, everything is rising in price generally. I will make a video that will be about prices in the market in August, September and October, because I can give you a bit of preview to that. I'm gonna use the benchmark baseline item that I always use, which is the AK Redline field tested, because it's, you know, AKs are stable, they're always powerful and always a favorite, and it's been around for years. And if we take a look at the market, this is August now, and it really started rising. I should not have done this. So December, October, okay, so this was last year. This is the last year's summer sale, and you know, if you talk about the market, everyone's first thought, or predicting the prices in the market, everyone's first thought is to, you know, summer sale and winter sale, prices drop hard and you can buy shit for cheap. But in reality, there is a much more important trend in the market, and that is, you can see the end of mid-August, or let me. This was the day the summer sale started, and prices basically recovered right after the sale ended. So it's not a significant thing in the grand scheme of things. But if we take a look at the end of August and then all the way September and October, then you can see a much more important rise, because it's a steady rise, and it happens every year. And not sure what happened actually here. November 13th, that was a big drop. Perhaps a new operation, I can't remember what. That was my birthday actually, biggest drop during my birthday. Either way, I will show you when the prices start rising in the market at the end of August, September, etc. And back to the butterfly. Butterflies are rising perhaps a bit more than the rest, but everything is just rising. And I don't like to predict prices, but as I said, I will be making a video about prices on the market in the autumn. Please donate and don't hate. Yeah, that's a good advice. I buy skins from you with PayPal balance. Yeah, I answered that. Why don't you stream on Twitch? At the very beginning, I started on YouTube. I started by streaming on multiple services, and actually 3. It was YouTube, Twitch, and Steam broadcast. And basically I had no viewers at all on Twitch, and I had like 10 on YouTube. So I think I tried once more doing the multi-platform streaming thing, but I still got no views at all on Twitch, so I stopped doing Twitch. That's basically the story. Damn, this town is hard to price. 190, 185. There's an order. Oh, by the way, this is a new thing I added. You know, normally you only have this chart on commodity items like cases. Also, the recent activity is only available for commodity items, but I added an option to the extension to show these even if you are looking at a non-commodity item like this stolen knife. But you know, the gap between the highest order and lowest listing is always interesting, because the more rare the item, the bigger the gap usually. Let's see. I think it's about 185 or 190 perhaps. He's offering buy. Ooh, yeah, this is way overpriced by the extension. It looked like a good offer at first glance, but the buy net is way overpriced. Hey, what tips would you give for a beginner trader? Yeah, we'll always get this question. Honestly, it's probably a waste of time to start trading if you don't put in a lot of money and time. If you want to make some money, you are probably better off trying that on the market. And this is also a bad offer. Perhaps I could switch the karambit. Gergely, one question. How do you take the money out of Steam? Anyway, I admire you. Please keep it up, man. Well, I sell on sites. For example, I mostly sell on Skinport nowadays. That's the also sold some on CS deals, and I sell to people directly. Yeah. Oh, that's text on screen. Okay, I get it. And it's gone now. Can you delete this? Yeah, I did it. Delete, yeah, should make investment videos. I don't invest myself in CSGO stuff, so I don't feel qualified creating video about investments. It's funny because I have this karambit, but I also have a buyer that's set for this karambit. It's gonna be pretty random counter offer, but I will send it. If I were to sell an item for crypto, which rate would you charge? Do you pay taxes when receiving crypto? If I were to sell an item, if I was, okay. I would charge about 70%, and yes. Text in the middle, yeah, remove text, yep. Can you tell me how should one pay taxes on money earned by investments? I guess these are CSGO investments. And you know, taxes depend on the country. That's why I don't really like to talk about it. How I pay taxes is basically because normally on investments you can just export your transactions if you do proper investment through a stockbroker or whatever, by proper means, buying stocks or equities, whatever. But you can't just export your market transactions and give it to the tax authorities, because they won't be able to do anything with that. So basically I think in most countries there is no precedence for paying taxes for gains on skins, and that's why we came up with my accountant or tax advisor is that basically I will be paying based on my cash outs, and I think that's reasonable. So that's what I do now. What is this? 200. What's going on with prices now? 205. Damn, this guy's rich, and he's on my friend list. Oh, this is the Russian collector guy. Perhaps if I add the Glock. Oh no, those that has some really expensive stickers. How much is the Talon again, or Karambit again? Maybe I should add even more, perhaps this as well. Always better trading it because of the risk of losing it. Just ignore my question. By the way, should I gamble my knife or just trade? Well, I don't recommend gambling. If you know, it might be injurable for you, the risk of and the opportunity of receiving something more valuable than what you started with, but in the end gambling sites are widely profitable exactly because they are the ones winning and not you. So I don't recommend gambling. And yeah, that was the answer to this. Do you invest? Nope. I started by doing a lot of market things, like that was like 7 years ago. By the way, do follow me on Twitter, because I tell these tales on Twitter occasionally. Let me show this to you. Ooh, it was a couple of days ago when I tweeted about some market transactions. Yeah. So I tweeted about my Bravo case investment. This is September of 2013, so almost 7 years ago, like I pointed this out in the tweet. And actually no, this was not the Bravo case investment. This was when the Bravo case was released and the prices were very, very volatile. The investment was a couple of months after that, when the operation ended. But yeah, I invested a lot. I bought like 400 Bravo cases and I made very, very good money on that. But I don't invest anymore because I do trading instead. 230. By the way, this is my Twitter. If you want to, go ahead and follow me. 75% of what? 75% of market, or the price that I use. Because if I say market, then a lot of people will just look for a better example. No, something rare and shitty. This one is gonna be perfect, yeah. Because if I say market price, then many people would just assume that I'm talking about the starting at price, which is, you know, this is a current bit case hardened and StatTrak well warned, and they look at this community market, and this is the price that is the community market price. And on rare items, this is gonna be very, very inflated, because, you know, the actual sales are much lower than that. The lowest listing and the only listing right now is at 491, but the item itself has not sold for that since April, so it's not really fair to say that this knife is 490. Hey Gary, what do you think around which is the lowest amount inventory of money with you can easily start trading? Well, if you want to start peer-to-peer trading, you know, with actual humans, then you need a good variety, a good inventory that you can advertise. And I think for that you need about 1,000 euros in items. Love the CSGO trader extension you made. Thank you. I have an inventory worth 15k USD. Is it decent for a beginner trader? I really wanna become a trader like you, admire you. Thanks for great info. Yeah, I just talked about this. I think that's a fair amount. That's something, you know, then you probably have a handful of knives at that point. Something you can advertise with. And yep, I think that's a good starting point. Cash out, I use basically the sites in the description, and I sell to people directly. How do you properly price check Doppler knives specifically? Well, for Dopplers I mostly go to CS Money, and let me try to show this to you in action, because I'm sure I'm receiving offers with Dopplers in them. Of course it's not the case at the moment. Not Doppler, not here's a Doppler, it's a phase 4 flip. And to show this to you, I'm gonna have to switch. So it's a flip phase 4. I'm looking at CS Money's items, and I've ordered it cheapest to expensive, and I'm just gonna look for the item, and basically that's it. The bayonet is gonna be more expensive, I believe. Yep. So I mostly check CS Money, and prices in general are higher on CS Money, so you have to take that into account. But if you can just look up both of these in there, then you can just compare the prices, and the difference here is like 25 euros. So I'm gonna make him add this AK, which is 36, and that would mean that I'm making 10 or 12 euros of profit based on CS Money prices if he accepts it. Oh, can't talk. Fuck. Here. So this is mostly how I do Doppler pricing. I don't know where prices will go. This is also a new thing that I added in the last update. And thank you, Matthias. This I do accept. Do you trade daily like this? Yep. I wake up at around 10. I sit down here, same as I do now, except of course I'm not streaming and not talking. Instead I usually put in some videos in the background, and or some movie or series and watch that and do the trades same like this. And I spend about 2 hours every morning on that. And then during the day I also am mostly here, but I only check good incoming offers, not chat messages. You know, as you just saw, I'm receiving notifications by my extension or from my extension about good offers that I receive, so I can quickly check those. But I do this during the day. Then from around 11 at the night, I also start looking at messages and friend requests, and I spend around 2-3 more hours with the trades and messages and whatnot. That is my usual schedule. Where are you from? I'm from Hungary. I live in Budapest, but that's not where I was born. I want to know, it's mine. I coded 99% of it, and I'm the owner. Yep. 240, 230. Well, he does not have enough for it. So. Can you add a timer for you when you can trade, for example, issues with guard that caused it to be removed, like has happened to me? It has a 15-day timer, but I don't know when it is over. I think you can check that. I'm pretty sure you can check that. That has not happened to me for years, so problem with that is that I couldn't even test it. And I think you can just check it if you go to the market, or you try to trade or something. Why the program have my Steam API? If you join, I have API CSGO Trader. I think you mean why it has added the Steam API key, and that's because you have this option on to auto set it. That's default, on by default. Hey, a few days ago anybody just logged in my account and bought his 14-cent item from 22 euros from my balance while my Steam guard was turned on. What could I do to make my account more safe? Well, I have a guide that is mostly about, you know, the API scam, but the general takeaways are applicable to, you know, general safety. So basically, everyone who gets scammed nowadays is scammed because they log into a phishing site, a scam site that is set up by scammers to steal your credentials. And basically, to stay safe, you have to do all you can to avoid that, and you can do that by simply, when you decide to log into a site, go to Steam first and make sure that you're logged in. And if the site wants you to log in, then when you click sign in with Steam and Steam wants you to log in, then it means that it's not actually Steam, but it's actually the site itself, and they want to steal your info. And that's it basically. The other way people get scammed is mostly through real money transactions. They just believe the other person and they go first, and that's a more interesting topic because there is always a risk when doing real money transactions, but you can eliminate most of that risk by checking their Steam rep, checking their Steam profile. You can see that I have these rules set up basically I ignore most people who add me. About half, 53 people added me in the past 24 hours, and 28 of those were ignored by one of these rules. So if they are, you know, they have private profile or private info inventory, then they're almost certainly scammers. That's just how it is. So I have these rules set up, and I basically never talk to scammers. Can there be a difference between phase 4 and phase 4? Yep. There's a reason some of the patterns of phase 4 are called max, blue, etc. So, yep. 78, 78 and 30. What was this? 108. I should add these two. It definitely can be. Yeah, I don't look at the patterns or looks of different phases. I only take the phase itself into consideration. You know why people don't use buff? Well, I don't use buff because I see no reason to use it. And I don't give out my API key to sites. How you made your extension? Are you the developer? Yep. Well, I just closed the code editor that I use, which is WebStorm, because I wanted to free up all the resources of my computer because of the stream. But I normally have this running all the time, so if anything comes to my mind to add to the extension, I can just quickly do it. I mean, the quickness of that depends on the complexity of the idea or feature and my skills, but yep. For example, what was I working on? Market listings. I think I was working last on the stuff that I showed you, what's it called? And of course it does not appear. So yeah, I added this to non-commodity items. I think that was the last thing that I've worked on. 150, 155. And he's adding 4 more. Let me check that again. I just answered this because I don't want to give my API key to any site, and I don't think you can even cash out. So what's the fucking point? I don't want to buy different items. When I sell items, I want to cash out, but I don't think. Well, let me see. I don't even think you can properly cash out from Europe. Do you have a rough idea of how much do you earn monthly, like an average? Yeah, I have an approximation. I'm not sure I want to share that with you. Buff property is much easier, man. Maybe I would need a balance to withdraw, but hopefully I can. Yeah, I would need to verify and shit. Not gonna do that now. I'm allowed to push my trading site on your stream a little. Trading site. Push trading site. I think you mean advertise your something. Well, if you send it, I will check it, and if it looks legit, then I might allow it or review it. 35, 135. I think I counter by removing this. You think you can buy a nicer car for your old inventory? Nice car, not nicer. Of course I can. I mean, look at this. Even if we are conservative and say I'm gonna do a fire sale, then I will get 63k. That's a pretty nice fucking car. Have you ever been scammed? Yeah, of course. You know, when I did not have this much reputation, sometimes I went first, and sometimes I did not get the money after giving away the item. So yeah. Why don't edit me? You are probably ignored by one of the rules that I showed you. Most likely the inventory value is just too low. Is loot farm legit? Yeah, as far as I know it is. I used to trade there sometimes after the trade lock was introduced, because they had an interesting system, I think. Yeah, it definitely has changed. So they only showed the tradable items that they had, but you could check their bots and see what items would become tradable. So what I did on Loot Farm is I woke up at 9 AM and started hitting F5, hitting refresh, and I had some items that I knew they priced too low, and they would become tradable. So I had a list of those items, and I withdrew the ones that I could snipe from their side of the trade. Yeah, so I used to trade there, but not anymore. I mostly don't use it because they have very annoying pricing. Everything is, at least used to be, very overpriced. Let me see. Yeah, I don't think Karambit Tiger Tooth is 618. Maybe they are not that off now, but everything used to be like 20% cheaper, and it was annoying to having to check everything. Yep, so I don't use it anymore. 228, 180. Why is it so low? I think the field tested is definitely over 200. Yeah, 220. I think I'm gonna go with 200 on this Talon. 220 for the... Ooh, then it's a good offer. And I've already traded with this guy, so I'm not gonna wrap him. Is there any site you can cash out with PayPal? I don't know any, because PayPal basically stopped working with skin sites all of a sudden. So you should probably look for an alternative. They have pretty high fees anyway. When you have made this mistake, could I do more than changing my password and revoking my API key? And also, should I change my password or API key first, or it doesn't matter? It shouldn't matter, but you should also deauthorize other devices that basically logs you out from everywhere, including the scammers if they are logged in. That's something you can do, but I think that's basically it. Can you do a series in which you teach trading? Yeah, well, I'm planning some how-to videos, but yep. How to start trading if I have only 100 in one skin? Well, you can go around and start offering it to people. It's gonna take a lot of time, but eventually someone will accept it. Problem is that you are going to spend a whole lot of time and make some profit, so you probably are better off working or doing something else and making money that way. than sending your items to lots of people. Would you look at this? Come on, load this price. I wanna see the price. Do you do giveaways? Nope. I mean, I did once or twice, but I don't know. You cannot withdraw. Does your job ever get too stressful? Well, this is my job, you are looking at it. No, it actually, it can get boring, but stressful, not really. Hey Gary, you should use buff. Your Wise sells for 1500 cash. The amount you can withdraw other skins up to 2500 roughly. Yeah, but it's all getting really complicated, and again, I'm not gonna use a site where I have to give them my API key. For 13. So let's let them mine on mid prices. Perhaps like this. I'm 311 on Steam, but anyway, I think you added, but you rejected it. I don't take levels into consideration when accepting people, so that's not a factor. Gary, how much reset does your body need to start? What? How much rest does your body need to start hitting profit? What does that mean? What the fuck was this? Oh, I hit F5, not 5. Okay. I should sell this, and perhaps I won't be able to because I have lots of balance. Well, we'll see if my extension is able to list these. What do you think about investments, a good deal or not? I don't invest, and I'm gonna say it's getting wild because everyone, their dogs, their mom, their grandma is talking about investments in CSGO, which makes me think that it's way too hyped and it's gonna crash, but who knows. When did you start trading professionally and with what amount? Professionally, only about 2-3 months ago when I quit my job, but you know, I've made some money by trading. Yeah, I have too much in listings, so I'm only able to list 2 of these items. It should have been 3. I just told him that would need more for that. No thanks on that. So I wanted to see my orders, because if I have a lot of money in my wallet, then I should buy some items to free up space to be able to sell even more items. But it stopped loading now. wanna sell my knife, where can I add you? Well, I'm not interested in buying, so don't add me for that. Can you tell me what's an API key? Yep, basically all sites use APIs, and some sites make their API public, which in that case you can usually generate an API key and basically programmatically replicate the functions that you can normally do while browsing the site. And that's the same with Steam. You can see maybe not here. Steam Web API documentation. And, I think this is gonna be fine. And not really. Nope. A Web API reference. Icon service and iSteam user. I think these are the two that you can use that makes any sense to use normally. You can basically request your trade history. You can these are request your incoming trade offers and all kind of trade offers, decline a trade offer, cancel a trade offer, and you can check app ownership. That's not really useful. Get friend list of someone, get their bans, player summaries, which is like profile information, like their chat status and what country they have set and their nicknames and whatever. So yeah, we can request information from Steam with the API, and you need the key for that. Do you still use CSDs to cash out? I do use it occasionally, but for some reason, perhaps I listed them for too much. I've not sold anything recently. Maybe I should lower the prices. I should outbid this. I think I have... Yeah, I can't. I have to cancel some orders. And this is... ten times. So I have too many orders still. But most of them are not the highest ones, and I have to fix that. Gonna pick these two and cancel them. Now I should be able to outbid this. Ooh, that's kind of crazy. That would be crazy if I bought a butterfly StatTrak tiger tools for... Interesting, someone else cancelled that order. Huh. Someone is reacting quickly. Well, let's see, so mine is the highest order now with 464. And my guess is that this guy is going to outbid me in a couple of seconds or minutes. So let's keep an eye on that. Let me outbid this as well. StatTrak lower current bid 217. That is probably still fine. Freehand 240, okay. Hey, I'm trying to attempt nothing to knife, so I was wondering if you could receive like a small donation, even a case helps out. Nope, sorry, shit, I've fallen behind so much. Oh, I thought I'm doing good. Okay, let's do this quick. What do you do when your Gamma Doppler knife phase isn't in stock in CS Money? Do you check the prices then? How do you check the prices then? Well, that's very rarely the case, to be honest. Sometimes I go to popular marketplace sites. Sometimes I try to look at market listings, but you know, my extension takes the phase price information from CS Money, but for some reason everything is undervalued when I receive it from them, but I can approximate by how much it is undervalued. So yeah, that's a tough case, but I just try to approximate, and I have a pretty good idea in my head about how each phase should be priced anyway, or how they compare to each other. Is anybody interested in classic fade? Depends on what you want for it, always. Hey, I have a 0.15 float fiat tested color slaughter. It's number 6 in the world, and I have Ursus and Daggers Rust code. What do you think I can get from them? The color slaughter, what's that, like 420? Ursus, I guess that's vanilla. No, that I guess both are Rust code. That's like 100. So like I said 420, 520, 520, and what's the dagger is like 60. So at 580, you could, I guess you could take Kara Tiger Tools. You could take my Phase 4 StatTrak M9, StatTrak Kara Lower. Basically anything from down here. I'm not sure about the Nomad. I think this is the first Nomad phase that I have. I can give this to you for those 3. Nothing to knife these days is basically impossible. You're better off working a job or investing some money into cases. Yep. Nothing to knife is, I don't know, it's gonna take a month or a year, and you're gonna spend hundreds of hours sending offers till you get there. It's really not something that you should do. Can you explain why you don't want to give away your API key? Well, I just showed you what you can do with the API key. They can decline, cancel offers, and they can check my offer history, my current offers. I don't want any of that to happen. That's why. When you look to messages, well, at that pace, perhaps I won't. I'm not sure yet, because I've even fell behind on chat, and there are still plenty of trades. Hello Gary, big support from Serbia. Thanks. I do have a job and I do have some investment in skins, although rarely, but I'm trying to show that it is still possible. A friend of mine did it recently. Good for him. Hey Gary, can you tell me how much my AK blue laminate and USPS stain with the stickers are worth? Thank you. By the way, my old messages include the link didn't went through. Do you know why? Maybe there is a link filter in here. I'm not sure. I don't really know sticker prices, so I can't answer that, especially not by not being able to see your inventory. The chat can speak English fluently. Yeah. Definitely not impossible. If you enjoy trading, then it shouldn't be no problem to get to a knife. It just takes some time. I think we have a very different idea about some time, and you really have to undervalue your own time to start doing something like that. This looks good. Hey dude, what do you think about StatTrak items? They are unstable. Would you trade them? I have a bunch of StatTrak items, and they're not. Of course, they are more rare than non-StatTrak items, so they have a better chance of being hard to price and to be unstable by your words. But instability basically comes from not having too much data, sales data. For example, here's this StatTrak Damascus flip. It's not all that unstable actually, although it only sells like once every week or once or twice every week. I think I would value it at 120 something. This is also a StatTrak one. So I'm both giving and receiving a StatTrak here. He's adding about 9 euros. I think if I add a tiny bit more, for example this agent, then it's gonna be an okay trade. I countered to this 20 minutes ago, not gonna do that again. Do you trade? Your trade link under the stream doesn't work anymore. Under the stream doesn't work? Fuck. Let me copy link location. Yeah, I wanna leave YouTube. Well, it works, this one that was sent here. Starting from a 3-cent skin, in my opinion, it would be an incredible time waste to do that, even if it's possible. Yep, that's the case. It's not impossible, but it would take a tremendous amount of time. You don't give someone your API key because they can access everything to do with your Steam account. That's not true. Not everything. I showed you the important functions, the important endpoints that you can access with an API key. They're most related to trade offers and Steam profiles. For example, you can't buy or sell items on the market with the Steam API. Not the public Steam Web API. Ursus. Good float on my Karambit. Oh, this is pretty low. 200. Really weird chart on the Karambit here. 250, then suddenly 230. Well, there is an order for 230, so it doesn't make sense to price it at 230. I think I'm gonna go with this because it has good float. Keep it up. Well, I already countered, but thanks. How many days a week you trade? Every day. In the past, I think it's been 5 years. Last time I have not spent at least an hour doing trades was about 5 years ago, and that was because I was on vacation, and it was in Germany, and it was some shitty hotel, and they did not have working Wi-Fi, and it was out of town, and there was no reception either, so I had no internet access, and that was the only time in the past couple of years that I was not able to do my offers. So I trade every day. Of course, the amount of time I spent is varying, but I trade every day. 17, 15. Should add the USP and the Glock. Only thing they can't access is your mobile authenticator. Well, again, that's not really true. Do you think CS might die in 4 years? A lot of things can happen in 4 years. Not from a 50-cent skin, but even 5 to 10 euro is enough. Hey again. Hi. What are some good items to start trading? It doesn't matter a whole lot actually. It's gonna be hard either way. I'm lost, bro, please. I mean, come on, you can spend your lunch money or something. Yeah. Why you don't support Firefox? Is that me? The extension is available for Firefox and I use Mozilla Firefox, so I think that means that I do support it. Yeah, well, that's what I'm telling that guy. From 3-cent skin it's not really possible, but if you start with something like 5 to 10 euro, you can work your way up. Again, you can, but you shouldn't. Honestly, if you go in the and work the shittiest job in the shittiest country, you will be able to buy that knife that you wanna trade up to much sooner than by sending a bunch of people a bunch of offers. What are some good items to start trading? I answered this. I saw you quit your job for CSGO trading. How's it been going for you? Any problems? Not really. I'm certainly making more money than I did before. Trading is a bit more slow. It has been in the past 2-3 weeks, and I think it's mostly because it's summer and the coronavirus has, well, in some parts has gone away, or, you know, never really arrived, but the restrictions were lifted and people were let out of their houses. And yeah, I already countered to this. So I think it's complex. The reasons are many and affecting each other on why it's been more slow in the past 2-3 weeks. But yeah, it's still very good money and everything. So can I share your stream with friends? Of course, do share my stream. What chair do you have? What is it? AK Racing, I don't know, I don't really... When I picked my chair, I just wanted something that has a fabric finish instead of the usual artificial leather plasticky thing that, you know, sticks to your butt. I didn't want that to happen. On the end. Well, this is very low. Maybe I have a cheap classic knife. Scorched. Hey, what's up, Gary? What's up? Check offer. I'm checking offers, but I also have to answer messages. I want to cash out my bio gamma Doppler, good float, and turtle gloves. Where should I cash out? Check the links in the description and, you know, pick the site that has the cash out options that you want and do it there. Oh, I can't even give a cheap classic for this. This, however, seems like a very good offer. Although the Doppler phase 3 is definitely more. 90 is adding almost 30, so 120. 120, and this is like less than 115. Because phase 3 is the cheapest phase. Yeah, still can't post new comments. Can you add feature to change the total inventory value to Steam prices? Steam prices. But the extension basically uses Steam prices, so you can just change your pricing provider to Steam. Steam Market, here it is. So again, this is undervalued by quite a bit. The difference is about 15, so he wants me to add 15 to his butterfly. Oh, that's good, because that would value my Karambit at 260, which it definitely is not. And this guy is on my friend list, and the trade is completed. That was a good one. But in the meantime, I forgot the prices here. $315, $265. So about 50 difference. He's only getting like 35. Maybe I should switch these two and add the music kit. Are you still actively studying coding by yourself, or have you coded your extensions so far with only the information you had from school? No. School does not give you that kind of deep knowledge. It's just, you know, scratching the surface if we are talking coding. Is my dream. So no, so in the university I only learned some very basic web development skills, and I picked up the rest by myself, basically, with the help of some Udemy courses, perhaps. No, I already countered this, I don't want to counter again. Where do you cash out? Scheme ports, CSDOs, and starting to be pretty lame. Hey Gary, I'm thinking to start trading, but I don't know how to proceed. Any tips? Or if you don't know, and you probably should not. But it's put a bunch of money in it, put a bunch of time in it, and then you will probably realize that it's not worth your time still. Honestly, if I started trading now from a small inventory, I probably would fail myself. Like, it's just so much harder now. What's your rank in CSGO? I don't play. I used to be mostly Supreme and the one below that. How do you start trading? You need a budget to start. Yeah, not gonna answer the same question anymore because it's getting tiring. What can I get with my factory new gamma Doppler phase 4 and M9 and Acromina? Send me your inventory and maybe I can give you some ideas of what you can afford, but it's best if you send a trade offer. Feeling proud Indian Army, bro. What does it mean? Why would you pride as someone from the same country is watching? That's nothing. I was meant to ask you whether you're Indian. This music sounds annoying. By the way, I have Bowie Doppler, but Bowie Marble Fate has been my dream now. Would you consider doing the trade? Depends on what phase you have, I guess, and if you're willing to add something to that. And of course it depends if I have any Bowie marbles, which I do. I have a factory new and the StatTrak minimalware. 235, 229. So he should be. Oh, let's make him add the. Do you use PC Steam Guard? No. If you see me pause for a second or a split second, then it's because I'm confirming shit on my phone. It's right beside me. It's on a wireless charger. I basically have it on. I have the screen on all day because I have the offers and listings to confirm. So I have it right by my left hand, so I can confirm shit quickly. By the way, if anyone does not know what he's talking about, it's there are desktop authenticators that you can use to automatically accept all your trades, but it's kind of risky. If you get hacked and the offer gets accepted automatically, then your shit's gone. So it's quite risky. Maybe he should be adding a bit more like the OP. I swapped some stuff ran in the offer. I think someone else took the karambit that you were offering for. Hey Gary, are you gonna consider placing the OT2 prices in your extension? Yeah, that's something that's been requested before, and I keep thinking about this, but the problem with Dota is that it has a shitload more items than CSGO. Also, I'm really just focusing on CSGO. I will most likely add them at some point, but it's hard. You're really pricing from marketplace, like, are you pricing even high tier knives from there? Mostly, yeah. 2.7. I should overpay from an island. I'm not looking to overpay. Think I'm gonna send this counter. I thought I was watching the live stream vote. Try to read chat earlier. De magyar vagyok. Gary, I have a StatTrak bow with Sapphire. Are you interested in this kind of items? Sapphire StatTrak? Well, you can send me an offer. I'm honestly not all that interesting. That thing is just so rare. 130. 108. Again, this guy. Wanna trade? Do you have a cheap knife? Yeah, I have a bunch of cheap knives. You can. Knife. Cheapest ones are Navajas, low tier daggers, low tier. These are still Navajas and daggers, and guts. Those are the cheapest. But let's look at the expensive ones instead, because these are nice and colorful. Canted you. So it's kind of hard for me to connect names from the stream and on Steam and with offers. So I'm not sure which offer is yours. 254. No, this guy does not have enough for it. Although I should probably give him a cheaper karambit. For example, rust coat. But let's check this first. No, let's send this counter before that. I should remove these, and this could be good. Now this one is interesting because this butterfly is definitely more expensive than what it looks. $295, $285. Let's see, since it's Huntsman phase 2. 260. But as I said, I think my butterfly is gonna be like 290 here. Exactly 290. So the difference is of course 30. He's adding, well, you can find it out by subtracting the knives price from the total. Is adding 34. It's only 4 overpay according to these prices. I should change that somehow. He only has this AK to add though. So maybe I want to remove everything else, add the AK and add the cheaper AK. Fuck. Let's see a cheap AK. That would be, I wanted cheap first. For example, this one. I bet the guy that disliked sent get a trash offer and he declined. It's possible, yeah. People report me if they don't like my offers. People report me if they confuse me with impersonators. It happens all the time. I'm sure, yeah, sure I'm into it, but I just trade for skins I like to use. When I trade my knife, send an offer. Hello Gary, I traded with you last night for current target with minimalware on my side and you tell me Rust code gloves. Do you remember me? If you're telling me please how much I overpay you. I remember you because we were countering back and forth there. And also because I had a really hard time pricing that Karambit. And I have actually no clue how much you overpaid or if you did. Because on the market, that Karambit, what is it? This, yeah, 6 days, we traded last night. As you can see in the market, it's really misleading because the last sales have been, these are basically sales that were sold to the highest order, because the highest order is even higher, 469 now. And the listings start at 555. I think I paid around 530 for it, and I think it was a pretty fair offer. Hacked? No. Scammed? Yes. By, you know, getting charged back on PayPal, not getting paid for the item that I gave. Not with any phishing site or things like that. I think you have to be either pretty dumb for that or pretty, you know, not very technical. Because I always look at the domains when I visit sites. I don't really fall for stuff like this. 270. This guy has a 5k inventory. Fate. I think he sent the same offer that he did before. How much was this one? 270. Well, I will send this counter and we'll see. This butterfly is really popular right now, but as I said, the guy does not have enough for it without the AK there. And what I wanted to look at is if I've been outbid. Yes, I have on the StatTrak butterfly tiger tooth minimalware. Someone placed. Maybe there are multiple people bidding on this one. Cancel the buy order for 4. How are the orders? Which one is mine? 464.21. So the second one is mine. But I think since this guy cancelled his order, I don't know. I don't really know. How much is a butterfly factoring you right now? 700. I think I can cancel this and quick place an order for 600. So now I have an order for 600. We will see if I'm still getting outbid even at that price. So something was accepted, and that is Rust code for Flip Tiger and Emperor. And Juan Gonzalez sent an offer, so I'm accepting him, giving him a rep and tagging him his, as I was the one downgrading correct Rust. There. How can I get your trade link? I think it's in the description, it's been sent before. How does the upgrade and downgrade work? What do you mean work? If you are giving... Well, it's not always that clear who is upgrading or downgrading, but it's mostly... For example, this is not an upgrade or downgrade, this is a one-to-one trade. I mean, I'm the one downgrading, but I won't be accepting because it does not worth it to me. So here I'm clearly downgrading, or I would be if I were to accept it. But actually I countered before, I'm not gonna again. I don't think I'm gonna counter here either. So basically if you have the most expensive item in the trade, then you are the one downgrading. That's could be the rule. 3, 12, 2. Let me add. How much are these again? $305, $310. I should. No, that has lots of stickers. He's not gonna accept if I add that. Alright, where was I? What will you do next live? No clue. Please do this live stream more frequently. Oh, I will try. Added you, the Steam name is Serki. Are you on this list? Because if you are not, then you were ignored by my extension. We can also check that. Serki. Yeah. No action. Then your friend request should be somewhere. Yeah, it's here. I missed it. Yeah, I will accept you later. I'm not sure if we will be able to get to that point during the stream. Maybe I will do that after. Because if I'm not talking and answering this question, I can progress much more quickly. 105. Fuck it, I'm gonna send this counter. What is the price of Huntsman Knife Doppler Phase 2? I think I just showed you how I price it. Gary, are you the one of the investors or owners of Skin Baron? No. I'm just a partner. If you use the link from the description to sign up to the site and you buy stuff after, then I will be receiving a bit of money from the commission that they take. 220, 200, so it's quite a bit off. Trading and extension or description not valid. Let me fix that. Description. I think I closed this. That's the problem. Let me quickly edit that. Read chat faster. What can I get for a classic Boreal Forest minimalware? What are you after? Depends. Videos. Live. Details and I think the only problem is that there is a slash after the link. I saved the edit now. Hopefully it's gonna work. Well, this guy has nothing to add, so I can't recounter here. Any tips for new traders? Yeah, think twice about becoming a trader. Are you investing? Nope. How much do you make profit a day? Any idea? Like 200 to 500 euros, about that. Depends on lots of things, how much time I spend, how good offers I get, etc, etc. I traded the same Rust code currently, I had a hard time with it. The prices go up and down. Yep. The chart looks weird on that one right now. Ooh, 29 euro profit. If that's true, that's good. That's not gonna be true, right? No. Very, very untrue, because it's a shit. Shitty got knives, StatTrak, valve on the worst possible combination. I don't want that. Now, what I want to see is if I should. Yeah, I'm gonna send this. Why do you nickname everyone? Because then I basically to know if we traded before, and if we have not traded, then there's a if I'm looking for people to remove from my friend list because it's got full, then I can just do the people who I have not traded with before. Oh wait, that's the valve one. Also, people change their name all the time, and I have 2,000 friends, so I basically must tag everyone somehow. Especially if I want to be able to find them later on. $250, I don't know. Let's say 240, 200, and this is about, well, if that gets 30. I'm gonna send this counter. I got Glock Fade with Empire Coin 2014, 350 €50 stickers. You think price of block will stonk? No clue. I do not like to predict prices. What is your rate of buying and selling? What websites do you use for selling and buying, and which is accurate? CS Money, Steam, Market, or Buff? I think every one of those should be fairly accurate if you take the prices that you give and you receive from the same site. But I occasionally trade on CS Money when I discover something that I have that I think they overvalue a lot and I can get overpaid for it on the site. I don't personally use Buff. And for buying and selling, I don't buy items, so I do no site for buying. And for selling, I use Skinport, CS Deals, and 2 people directly. Once more, 340. But I already countered. Not gonna counter again. Also already countered. Also already countered. Bad trading. I just dialed in highs trading today going. There have been a couple of trades. I wanted to do trade history. Let's see how we are doing right now. 285. It's also about 280. Actually, not gonna work without the AK. Actually, I have a better chance of finding an open. What is it? Now on war. If I can. Downgrade it for him to a tested one. I think this would be fine. So, trade history. I think this was about 5 to 10 euros. This one was very good. This was about 15 or more. This was also good, very good. So yeah, there. I think this. Which one was the first in this stream? I can't remember. I think probably this one. So about 8 trades, and there's something that was just accepted. Let's see. Bowie downgrade, Bowie marble downgrade, 20 euros, but the Bowie is quite underpriced. Thinking also the Huntsman is underpriced. I don't know, this is like 15. You got PayPal scammed? Yeah, I was charged back a couple of times on PayPal. It has not happened for about 2 years now. I don't know if they improved that a bit or if I'm better at selecting people that I deal with. Probably the latter. I don't know. Fair trade, bro, but you can counter, but please don't add my op. Fair trade, but I don't think it's fair trade. I think you should be adding quite a bit more. Actually, it does not have enough for it without the op that he specifically said not to add. New items again. What is it this time? Ursus. Okay. Just some comments here. And the trade was downgrading of the karambit knife, it called it. And he added me, yes, I remembered correctly. He already traded like a week ago. It's more than a week ago now. And that was the one downgrading knife, that one here. Trading not working, still not working? What the fuck? That's my trade link, I remember it's my trade link. Your extension has helped me a lot in trading, thank you. Well, you're welcome. If you don't want to get charged back on PayPal, request people pay with friends and family. I don't think that helps too much, to be honest. What can you offer for FAQs knife blue steel? You know, I have hundreds of knives. I won't start offering random ones. Just send an offer and I will counter if I can. Szabo Doppler phase 3 factory new tradable. No, we need more for that. Which trader sites are recommended? I mean, trade with people. I have a video series about finding people to trade with, so do look for that. I just realized you're streaming. Yeah, hey. How do I get so I can see the price of stuff like you when your inventory? Yeah, but with my extension. Also, no, I guess I really want to POWB for a long time, but it's okay if you know, if no. Could you find any glove that is appropriate to trade with mine? Mine is a specialist glove mogul. I really want to change gloves. Okay, that's a fair request. He's asking what other knives I could offer for his. 270, 240. I think this is about 250. Other knives, these look more expensive. Even this might be. No, I can do this. So reply to this guy. Yeah. When people say it's good for both of us or fair for both of us, that's never really a good sign, to be honest. 130. 150. Actually, it's kind of fair, but the problem is that I am not trading for fair, I'm trading for profit. How to fix that if someone sends me a free item to auto accept? I can't find that in your extension. It's a weird question. If you want to fix that, I think that's just a problem that you want to solve. You go to trade offer automation and create this rule. You pick as a condition giving items fewer than or X items, and you set it once so it matches the case when you are not giving anything, which is a gift offer, and you set it to accept. Click save changes and that's it. I have this rule set up myself, but I have it off, inactive. The state is inactive right now because I don't want to accept everything. People sometimes send me messages through offers, so I have this one instead. if I'm not giving anything, so it's a gift offer and the offer has no message, and I'm receiving fewer than 20 items, then it gets accepted. Do you believe that there is a big investment bubble in CS? How do you feel about having such a big inventory in this kind of market? Actually, I do feel like that, yeah. And when I cash out all the time, but yeah, I really would prefer if it was a bit more healthy, because people are still jumping in on the investment train and putting their money in it. A lot of people are gonna get hurt, I think. Then they will just sell their stuff for really cheap, lose a bunch of money, then of course prices can go down, and yeah. So what is this butterfly knife? Yeah, it's a counter to my counter. You trade in investments. I don't know how that should work. Trading investments. Like ideas, or how much did you spend for this account? I've spent no money on this account, and I spent thousands and thousands of hours of my time on this account, so calculate that how you want. How did you start of trading? Did you start from nothing, or you had a couple of thousand in skin already at the start? I was doing market buying and selling, and that's how I got about 1,000 euros when I started trading as well. 78, so close to the same price. I think this can do. I can show you some early transactions that I've made. Also, as I mentioned before, do follow me on Twitter. I'm posting about my current offers that I receive, features that I'm adding to the extension, sometimes old market transactions, whatever. I see probably some of you followed me through the stream now. Yeah, thanks. But what I really wanted to show you is some early transactions. So these were before skins were even released, some trading cards. And I think this is from 2013. I think the skins were released, the first one on the 13th of August, and it looks like the first drop that I received was 3 days later. This Nova that I sold for 30 cents. Then on the same day I got a case that I sold for 1.7 euros. And I think, yeah, at the time I was just selling my drops for a bit. But soon after, I think these are probably just drops still. As you can see, I started buying stuff. I was squatting on, one of them was a splash, P250 splash. Another item I was looking for was the Glock Dragon Tattoo. I bought some, I sold some, and yeah, I had a lot of splashes and Dragon Tattoos bought and sold. I made quite a good bit of money on those too. I was just refreshing the market and buying items that were listed under market, then listing them back on for more. And I did it sometimes with the CSGO weapon case. I sold one for 67 cents, and now the thing is 26 euros. So yeah, I had about 1,000 euros from the market before I started trading as well. CSGO Lounge was the thing to go, the place to go back then. Now that one is dead as well. New ones. Well, I'm always checking the profitable ones first, because that makes the most sense. This one looks like a bit of profit, although I'm receiving a lot of shitty items, so I think I'm going to remove the M4, remove all the cheap shit. Yeah, plenty more room to remove. And send this counter 3 euros of profit. That looks pretty fair. Thanks, it's a gift. Falcon Blue still to change my nickname. Okay, I will change the nickname if that's true. Trade links works fine. Oh, okay, thanks. Gotta see it first. Yep. Has Falcon Blue still. You should make money cards videos or in general trading videos daily. Problem is, well, it also takes time, but that also might be connected to I'm getting fewer offers because it's summer and people don't watch as much YouTube right now. But I also heard from some other people that do YouTube that for a couple of weeks it seems like the YouTube algorithm started hating us a bit, and it does not recommend CSGO content that much right now. Hoping that might change, because you know I only had like 1,000 followers, and if I put out a video then I would receive 1,000 or 2,000 views, and now I have 5,000 subscribers, and now if I put out something it maybe receive 1,000 in a week, so somehow much fewer number of people find me or look at my videos nowadays. I don't know. Hopefully that will change. So this was just accepted. This was the counter I just sent like a minute ago. And the guy has a private comment section. Oh, but I wanted to check these transport gloves. Yeah, I think I'm accepting this. Which should I said or recommended? I mean, trade with people. Check my videos. Do you accept butterfly sapphires and stuff? I've never had a butterfly sapphire. Those are like 3k or more, I think. Well, I mean, if you send one, I will look at it, and there's a small chance that I will accept it, but probably not. I will try to avoid items that expensive, because you know I have these Ursus, for example. I think I had it for like 2 months now. Not really getting that many offers on it. So I prefer to have cheaper items that that I can get rid of more quickly and do more volume instead of sitting on items for months and months. I can do this counter. Rare float costs much more than Steam markets. Okay. What nav can you give me for my whole inventory? Okay, now that's at least a profile link. I just don't need 2 slashes. 100 euros. What kind of knives for 100 euros? But from then, let's just see if I select. I think I should keep selected worth 97, and these are all popular play skins, so the price is gonna be quite accurate. I think I could do this and anything below this one. No, I would not do this one, but probably not the flip either. Perhaps the daggers Damascus. Nope, not even that. Now this could be the one. I can definitely do the stiletto and probably anything. No, not quite anything, sorry about that. I can do most items from here or down. Probably anything from down here. Or this. Probably this, not this Ursus that I can do. You have exactly 4,000 hours in CSGO. Was that intended? No, I've not noticed that. I don't play, but that number goes up because I spent some time in inspecting items, putting items back and retrieving them from storage units. But you're right. Yeah, so I spent about an hour a week in CSGO, but that's only in the menu. That also counts, so that's not gonna stay for here long, but funny that you noticed that. How often and in which way do you work out? I work out about every second day, and I have a, not I, but we have a, you know, this community workout park, outdoors public thing, and I go there and do some calisthenics, you know, pull-ups and some more advanced stuff. Yep, I will probably go out there tonight as well. 280. Is it really? 280. I think they are quite close, but bayonet is probably more. If I add, yeah, the bayonet is definitely more. Was I checking the right thing here? I don't think this karambit is that expensive. Wait a sec, so karambit bright water 270, bayonet lore 280. Yeah, this is fine. You have to send an offer, it doesn't know what you like. Yep. For Bowie Doppler and Bowie Marble Fade trade, what odd would you accept? Can you please let me know the exact amount of add-on skin? I will get it now and send the offering after 7 days. The problem with that is that my Bowie Marble is actually gone. So I wanted to say that it's likely to be gone by then in a week, and I was right because it's already gone. What's the best location to sell the skins? Best? Well, it depends what you really want, because for most people the best would be to sell it quickly and on a good price, but that does not really happen. You either sell it quickly or for a good price, and you should really decide which one you prioritize. If you want to sell quickly, then you should probably go to a popular site and list it for cheap, pay a bunch of fees for the site, and then you can pretty much get your money right away. Or if you want to be economical, then look for a site with lower selling fees and with less volume, and list your item for more. Really depends on what you need. There is not really best place to sell something, I think. $235, $133. I said 235, 133, 27, 395. $260, 135. But wait, really? This is not 260. I fucked it up. No, this is. Maybe 250 is generous. Even 245. So 380. 395. I should add the cheap AK instead of the Empress. No, I'm just gonna counter this. Oh boy, you have many impersonators. I request you to read the chat a bit faster, please. Thank you. How important is liquidity trading wise? Well, it's pretty important. I just talked about how I have this Ursus. It was a really great offer when I received it. Probably my best ever offer. I won like 800 or 900 euros on this one. But I've had it for like 2 months now, and I'm barely receiving any offers on it. So I'm considering putting up for sale or trading it in on CS money. So it's quite important because I have a lot of rare and expensive stuff, like for example this gamma Doppler malware. Those are pretty rare as well, especially in phase 4, selling all over the place. I have a buyer there as well. No listings at all, but eventually people send good offers for these. It just takes a long time. But if you're not me, you have much smaller inventory, then these items will take up a lot of value that you have that you would use for trading, and that value is just sitting there, and you might never be getting a good offer on it like I do, because you know I get hundreds of offers a day. I'm not gonna counter again, and I'm going to decline this guy. Also not gonna counter again. So if you only have for example a few hundred euros worth of items, then you might receive 1,000 offers a day. I don't know, two dozen, something like this, and you might never actually receive a good offer on those rare items. While if you have something more popular, something more liquid, then you could just trade that away, then again trade it away, trade what you get away once more, and do that many times while you would have that expensive rare item sitting in your inventory. $185. I think I'm gonna end this. What if you wake up tomorrow and find that Steam is no more, like it's just finished? What would be your reaction? Like, how would that work? I mean, I don't think I would be mad or anything. Surprised for sure, but like, how would it just disappear? I don't know. Me too, although I don't have decent inventory. Hi man, face for with float 008 and CS money this knife with this float $617. How much do you offer for this knife? I might believe him with this price, but I also think that it is very very likely that it is overstock, and he might be quoting a CS money price, but if he could actually get that for it, he would, and I think it's overstock and he can't trade it in there, so it's kind of pointless. Should I counter to this or not? I don't think I'm gonna counter. You said the Ursus Sapphire was the best trade you ever made. Do you regret it now, or it takes a long time to trade? No, I could trade it in on CS money anytime I wanted. Let's see how much I could get it for it right now. I could get a pretty good 2700 for it. I think I gave around 1900 or 2000, so it's very very good. Still, so yeah, that's the alternative that I'm considering. Bunch of messages on Steam as well. How are we time wise? I can't see how long it's been going on. Well, it should be exactly 2 hours because I started at 4. Let's see a status check. Still get 25 offers. Messages are still coming in. I think I'm gonna go on for now. Okay, let's progress. I think this butterfly is 320. Maybe even more. 195 is the Kara Safari. And now the Doppler is much harder to price because of, you know, all the phases and shit. $540, $480. I will counter like this, and we'll see. Probably not gonna accept it because he added like more than 20 from my side. Now I'm making him add. Unlikely to accept, to be honest. I wanna talk to you about the trade. I might start accepting friend requests soon. Or actually no, because I might be done with the offers soon, but I still have a bunch of messages from people who are already on my friend list. This guy... $280. If he adds everything, that would be like 50 more. I'm not going to counter. Make my dream come true. Sorry, I'm not that kind of guy. But you have your Steam profile on your VI? What? How do I send you an offer for your fucking Rust code? Can I get free knife? Probably no, but I love your channel, watching your stream right now. Yep, you guessed it, I'm not giving away my stuff for free. Let's see if I have that offer on for the FAQ on that. Who said it? So what? I want to ask last question that can I trade the POW with my glove and gut bright water? And for the extra money that I have lost it by the gut knife, what should we do it? Maybe gut knife freehand? I think this guy is think this guy really does not know prices, because the POWE I probably would not even trade. Yeah, these gloves are over 400. It's like does he think that I have it in Butler's card or something? You don't have enough for it with the gut even. Sorry. I was scammed for my knife the other day. Well, you gotta learn to be careful. How did it happen, Drew? Hello, Gary. If you want a karambit face for, send a message for Barak. Well, I don't really want anything specifically. I just have a bunch of items and people send me offers with their items for what they want from me. I'm just a trader. I don't really care what I get, to be honest. Quite a bit upgrade, to be honest. Well, let's just see what other offer this boom op is in. Nothing major. Gonna accept this because it's about same price and an upgrade. And oh, I don't think I've managed to click accept or tap accept before I accepted it. Let's see. I think I have a couple of these transport gloves now. I just received 2. Ooh. I have 7 of these now. Should probably be careful not accepting anymore, or only on a really good price. It's not all that helpful to have multiple. To have duplicates of a single item. Too many duplicates. Gary, you didn't check, but in the trade I asked how much I need to add on PayPal. Okay, so I've probably declined your trade and I did not read the message. Best I can do. Well, your best is probably too low. Sorry. 2 hours. Yep. Gary, I'm the biggest fan. Well, thanks. I have 4 skins worth a total of 35 euros. How much overpay would be the optimal for me when upgrading to a single skin? Optimal. So you have 4 skins, want to upgrade. If you send me an offer, I could probably upgrade those for you to single item that's worth like 37. So if you overpay me like 2 euros, I can upgrade it for you. That would be a pretty standard trade. Hey, you see me? If you mean your message, then yeah, I do. And hi to all three of you. I can buy skins with PayPal from you right now. I sent first money. Yeah, that's not gonna happen when I'm streaming, because that would be just, you know, personal information showing up. I'm not gonna do that. I have an AK case hardener at 35% plus some 10 euro odds. What nav could you give me? I'm not interested in overpaying for patterns, so none. Sorry. Again, Alexi. I don't care your heart, diamond, shit, pattern. Can I get the cheapest knife just to shame my friends of Polonia? Nope, sorry. Transport gloves giveaway time. Probably not. If I have multiple like transport gloves I do now, then when I'm listing items up for sale for real money, then I just pick these duplicates. These fade look good together like this. Oh, so here it is. Hello, how much do I need to add on PayPal? Okay, I understand, but can you accept my Steam invitations for do it? Well, did you send it? And if you did, are you on this list? Because if you are, then I will. If you are not, then I won't. So it looks like the difference is about 20 euros. $78. But 25 euro difference. Would have to add about 18 euros on PayPal. I hope you are paying attention, but I'm going to send this like... Okay, look at the message. Yeah. By the way, Swiss money gives me 74 for the AKM. Maybe you should trade it in there. Wait, I already counted this. I don't want to again. 4 minutes ago. Let's see. How much does your cheapest knife cost? Cheapest knife cost Scorch Navaja could be the cheapest. It's like 62. I think there are cheaper ones than this. Safari. Let's see the Safari. That's not even 60. That's like 59 or something. So that probably this Safari Navaja is my cheapest one, and it's like 59 euros. I'm interested in a 75-80 knife or something like that. Yeah, as I said, I'm not interested in overpaying for your AK. $230, $260. Why would this guy want me to add more if my talon is more expensive than his? My talon is more expensive probably than his butterfly. I would want him to add. Gary, we have been loyal fans for so long, do give away soon. Maybe. Is this the same guy? Okay, is he watching? I can't see anyone with familiar name or similar name. And this guy, I think I'm going to ignore him because he's been selling some pretty shitty offers. Oh, even worse for this stiletto. Okay, bro, I got to go now. Love the stream. Been watching from the start. Peace. Bye. Thanks for watching. Can you trade with me? Well, my trade link is in the description. Just send an offer and you will be able to see me look at your offer, and we will see if we can trade. Now, why would this guy want so much for his Bowie? Nice trading stream, thanks. You are already earning, there is money. What if you did me a favor? Yeah, because no. I dream. Sorry, no dreams. I think I could counter with a different flip lore. I think I have it in field tested. No, I have it in Valvorn. I could do Valvorn and I could add I don't think this guy has an op, so I'm gonna add an op. Let's see. Yeah. Op, and let's see this one. Or this one. Thanks for the content. You're welcome. Add the page to your extension with all the Steam profiles of the people who beg for skins. Wall of shame. I'm Tendoy from Steam, if you can add me for discussion. Now, if you try to add me, then you were ignored by this rule. And we can probably see that in the... Or you did not add me. Yeah, you were ignored by rule 6 3 days ago. And rule 6 is the CSGO inventory value under 200, yeah. So I have limited time and limited inventory space, or friendly space. Therefore I have these rules set up. I carefully select who I accept to my friend list, and sorry but you did not match those criteria. 195, 185. This looks good now. I'm gonna accept. Yeah, people will beg more to make it to the page. Looks like finally I'm able to comment on profiles again. It's good news. So I countered this guy. I'm gonna ignore the friend request. I don't have nothing to offer, but I dream to have one like this, but I will understand if you declined. Yep. Downgrade Medusa. Let's see, that's a big one. Has Valorant impacted the amount of trades you receive? No clue, probably not. I don't even know. Is it actually released now, or release date June? I don't know. I think we should rather look at Steam charts. Is it .com or? Yep. CSGO. There was a bit of decline, but it started in May already. Minus 10%, minus 12% in June, minus close to 7% in July. But I think that's pretty normal for a summer month. Well, I think this is more of Corona than summer, actually, because you can see the jump from big gains from the quarantine months of February, March and April, and then when I think most European countries started easing the restrictions in from May, and that's when people started going out again and playing less CS. I think it's more this than Valorant or any other game being released or whatever. I think you can probably see the same numbers for actually no. So the trend is similar for Dota 2, but the gains have been much smaller, and the losses have also been smaller. So that's interesting. How about PUBG? Even PUBG gained 6% users, but then it started losing again. Let's see one more. Something, I think this game has been around for a couple of years now. Something else affected this one, because it was gaining lots of users in early this year, but then they went away. I don't know, I can't definitely say that it has, or if it did or did not affect my offers. Again, I think it's more of Corona than Valorant. What's the float on this Medusa? Pretty shitty float. Downgrade Medusa. If I remove the cheapest item, that would be the Boreal. Okay, so items this expensive, I always check them on CS Money as well. Nope. Op Medusa field tested. And there are only two, and they are very, very overpriced, so it's hard to say. I'm gonna instead remove the flip fade, and we'll see. Check my code IBO. Let's see. Hello, Gary. Good luck. Thanks. Valorant hasn't impacted player count at all. Well, something has impacted, but I think it was Corona, not Valorant. Can you please explain how you determine price of knife from looking at Steam Market? Yeah, for example, there is this AK. Let me just accept it and give the guy a rep. I mostly look at what I think I could sell this item for in a day or two, and those are usually the peaks for popular items like this. So listings start at 32. So, and yeah, so if you're unfamiliar with the market, and it makes sense because that's how people behave. So prices are higher during the night when people play and they realize that they want new skins, and that's when they buy them. And the prices are lower in the early morning and, you know, before noon price hours. So it's pretty much peak price. Intraday price, the 32, and I could set it for 32. I could maybe set it for a bit more in about a day or two, but 32 is a pretty good accurate price for this one. Now for more rare items, let's see this. No, let's actually see an offer that I want to check prices for. Cheapest knife you got. Let's see if he has enough for it. But he has 400 euros, what the fuck? Although they are all in stickers and shit, so. Let's make that literally the cheapest knife? I think we've established that it's the Navaja Safari. This one.